12 behind you.
Oh, shit. Oh. You good? Is everybody good? Waiting on anybody?
All right, good.
Okay. So we're 9 o'clock now, and I'm back down here. Again, you guys know we had an officer assaulted earlier tonight. He was stabbed on a call for service, so we were down there tending to that. Sounds like he's going to be okay. I want to start with that. Sounds like he's going to be okay. At first thought to be pretty critical injuries, but now it's been upgraded. He's stable, and they think he's going to be able to get out of the hospital sometime tonight, tomorrow, maybe even. So we're very, very thankful for that. Right now, the group that kind of came together at the end of the march, the Unity March that we had, a large portion of that, so probably 75-80% of it, has now taken off, and they're going up Main, walking northbound on Main. And so, as we've been doing, we're following along with them, kind of leapfrogging, clearing some intersections with them, and making sure that they're safe out there in the road. Tonight was a really good illustration of what we've talked about as far as keeping the roads safe. There was a little bit different path that was taken today. And again, that's one of our chief concerns whenever we have people and they're out walking and they're demonstrating, is to keep those roads safe and to keep any passing motorists or anything like that at a safe distance, and to keep those protesters safe. That's our one of our chief charges here, is to keep them safe. Again, we continue to be encouraged. We ended last night at what I thought was very, very encouraging. We had our best night last night. I said that at the end of the night after I got home. We had a good night, and we've now built on it today with the Unity March. I feel like everything was really positive today. The chief made some great announcements. We've heard feedback from the community. We've heard it over and over again. They want increased accountability. They want body cameras. We want that too. We want the community to feel that we are accountable. Everybody wins whenever that is the case. So we're very happy. We feel like things are moving in that direction. We're excited to see what happens tonight. A couple things I wanted to kind of talk about just from today that were points of interest that I was asked about a little bit. One of the things that we're seeing a good amount of feedback on social media is some frustration over some arrests, and specifically the bonds of the arrests and where those arrests are being taken. So I want to point out something that probably the normal person maybe didn't realize regarding our jail arrest system. If you followed us in the news, you would know that we don't have a city jail here in Kansas City. And we had a procedure, we worked with the city to identify some jail space for a certain number of prisoners to be transferred in Vernon County, Missouri. So while it may sound unorthodox if you say the narrative that a protester was arrested tonight and they ended up in jail in Vernon County, Missouri, that actually has been our procedure for many months now, maybe up to about a year. And so that is not outside the norm as far as how we handle the housing of an arrest who doesn't bond out, and so on. And so we've experienced quite a bit of that, and we've heard a lot of feedback. And so I just wanted to touch on that from something that I was hearing today. Yeah, you got a question?
Just to double check, you guys are no longer using the Hartley Center for behavioral change,
That is correct. Okay, yeah, that ended June 26th of 2000, this past year. Yeah, so we're coming up on 1 year now. We're almost there. Yeah, and so then there was some space identified at Jackson County a little bit later, but we identified an opportunity down in Vernon County, and so twice a day they do a shuttle basically that
from
goes
Jackson County?
No, from our side stations here.
Okay.
There is a little bit of space at Jackson County. I don't know where that stands as far as the capacity, but from our side stations, our patrol division stations, if people don't bond out, twice a day there is a shuttle back and forth down to Vernon County, Missouri, and that's where the city was able to identify some jail space for those prisoners. Yeah.
How hard is that on you guys to make that trip twice a day?
We don't. The city handles it. There's employees of the city court. We actually don't administer to anything jail related in the city. It's all the city court.
Gotcha.
We work with them, and we have advised on this whole process as we've gone through it. It's a really unique situation, and we think the city's made the best of it, and we're making the best of it, and working with it as good as we can.
Whose idea was it to set up the tents and have the one-on-one conversations?
I think it was all three. All of the people that organized this event.
Which were who?
This was the Justice Center, the mayor's office, the police department, and I don't want to do a disservice because I believe there was a very influential group of clergy that came together. So I would say many clergy members across the city as well. We're all here, and it's a great opportunity to just sit and visit a little bit. again, our mission here has been we want to hear, we want to take in, we want to internalize. If there are changes we can make to be more accountable, to be more of a partner in our community, we want to do that. And so we're all here. We just march together, and if we're here, we'll listen. And so the setup of the tent was just an idea, to try to get people to come gather together and just be heard.
After speaking with protesters, they liked it.
Yeah.
They wanted it to be longer, and they wanted more officers to respond to more questions, because as you can imagine, there was hundreds of questions.
Absolutely.
So will this be done again?
I would say almost, I'm not going to say 100%, but I'll go pretty high. I'd say 99%. We feel like this was pretty successful. And me personally, I would say if people want to hear from us, we need to keep talking. And if people want to keep talking to us, we need to keep listening.
Okay, bye.
All right.
Cool.
Next update at 10?
Yeah.